Okay, so the second part of programming basic is about constant. So what are constant? Constants are expressions with a fixed value. Fixed value. All throughout the program, they have a fixed value. The most common type of constants are the so-called literals. So we have uh, string literals, integers. So those are types of literals. So there are two ways on how to declare a constant. It's either by using cons, the keyword cons, then the identifier, let's say pi, then we have the value. So 3.14. So during the course of the program, variable pi will not change its value. What's the error? Ah, it should be uh, const keyword, then the type, then the identifier, I should say. So we have the const keyword, the type, then the identifier name or the identifier, then we have the value. That is the first way on how to declare a constant. We also have the other one, which is the preprocessor definition or using the defined keyword. So giving our example, which is const pi, so we have define and pi or the name and then the value, which is 3.14. So the syntax of that one is so hash symbol, then define keyword, then the identifier, and then replacement or the so-called value. So it's the value. So we have the defined keyword, the identifier, and the value. That's the other way on how to declare a constant. So I would also like to discuss operators in C++. So operators. So when we say operators, these are used for either mathematical operations or they are used in expression. So number one, we have assignment operator. So assignment operator, so we have x equals 5. This expression means variable x has a value of 5. So we have the assignment operator. We also have next is arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators includes addition, which is the plus. We also have multiplication denoted by asterisk. Then subtraction, dash symbol. And then we also have division, the slash symbol. And then we have the last one is modulo or the percent symbol. So modulus gets the remainder of the division operation. Example. So x is equal to 3 modulo 2. So the value of x would be 1. Paano po naging 1 yon? So 3 divided by 2, okay, 3 divided by 2, that is obviously 1.5. So disregard the decimal value. So the 0.5, so that should be 1. Ano po ba kunin ang remainder? So remainder R is equal to, take note, that is dividend minus the product of divisor times the quotient. So that is remainder R. So basically, modulus operator has this expression. So yan po yung modulus operator natin. Then we also have compound assignment. So compound assignment includes plus equals. We also have minus equals. So ito po yung mga yan. So lagyan nyo ng equal. So equal. What does this mean? So the first expression, let's say this one, plus equals. So when you say y plus equals x, right. Pag sinabi po natin ganyan, y plus equals x, ang ibig sabihin niya po yan is y equals y plus x. That's it. That's the meaning. The same with asterisk equals, minus equals, slash equals, and modulo equals. So that's the meaning. So for multiplication, the same. So y times equals x means y equals y times x. So yan po ang ibig sabihin niya. Then we also have the increment and decrement. Increment and decrement. So we have, let's say, plus plus x or x plus plus or y minus minus or minus minus y. So these two, y minus minus or minus minus y, have the same output. Ano po ba ibig sabihin nitong mga to? So x plus plus or plus plus x means x equals x plus 1. For the decrementation, that is just subtraction. So we have y equals y minus 1. So that is the decrement and increment operator. Then we also have relational operator. So relational operator includes equal to, not equal to, less than. We also have greater than. We have less than or equal, or greater than or equal. So these are for relational operation. So this relational operator can be used to evaluate or compare, I should say, compare two expressions. So you can use this one to evaluate two expressions. Let's say, for example, x equals 5, then y equals 7. So when we say x equal to y, we are actually asking if x is equal to y. Yun po yun, ang ibig sabihin niya. This expression means is x equal to y. While this one, x not equal to y. This expression is asking if x is not equal to y. The other operations, that is greater than, less than or equal, so the symbol itself denotes the function. Then we also have logical operators. So logical operators are used to evaluate more than two expressions. So let's say for example, we have, these are the different logical operators anyway. So logical operators includes, this is not. We also have logical and. Then we have this one. So we have logical or. So this is logical and. Okay. So for not, it's just negation. So when we say not, if the current value is 1, if you negate it, or if the current value is true, if you negate it, it will become false. While logical and compares two or more expressions. When we say two or more expressions, we have, let's say, expression A, and expression B. So if expression A is false, then expression B is false. Then the output of AND would be false. If the expression is true, if the expression A is false, then expression B is true. Then the output is false. So if expression A is true, then expression B is false. The output is false. So if expression A is true and expression B is true, then the output is true. Meaning, if one of the expression is false, if one of the expression f, the output would be false. If both statement or both expression is true, then the output is true. How about logical OR? So if we are using OR, if one of the statement is true, then automatic the output is true. So if both are false, then the output is false. If one of the statement is true, then we have an output of true. So that is logical operators. Then we also have conditional ternary operator. So conditional ternary operator is the question mark symbol. The syntax is, we have condition, then question mark, then result 1, followed by scalan, then result 2. So let's say for example, we have is 7 equal to 5. So result 1, take note, result 1 will be evaluated if the condition is true. Otherwise, result 2 will be evaluated. So let's say 4 colon 3. So is this true or false? So it's basically false. So ang i-output niya po is 3. Another one, 1 equal to 1. Then we have 1 and 2. So this expression is equal, or this condition is true. So it will output a value of 1. So those are the different operations or operator. Then we also have the basic input and output. This will be the last time in basic of programming. So basic input and output. So we have Cin and Cout. So basic input output or standard output is Cout. So this is standard output. While this one is standard input. Okay? So to use that one, if we will use Cout, so Cout followed by 2 less than sign, then we have the value to be outputted. So sample. Or we also have Cout X. So for line 11, Cout will output the word sample, while line 12 will output the value stored in X. So next is standard input. So we have standard input is Cin followed by 2 greater than symbol. Then we have the name of a variable. So name of variable. So Cout is basically easy. Now let's try Cin. I'll create a program to demonstrate the use of Cin. So Cout, say enter a number. So when we say enter a number, okay, we are prompting the user to input something. So if we are prompting the user to input something, we need a storage for the input. So dyan po pumapasok ang variable. So let's declare int number. Okay? So int number. So number has a data type of integer. Sabi natin dito, enter a number. So we prompt the user. So by using cin, that is used for standard input. Cin, let's say number. So we need to output the value of number. So cout number. Okay, so let's try. Bakit, bakit ang bagal? Medyo mabagal mag-respond. Binablock ng Smart App. Binablock siya ng Smart App. Okay. So, we have this one. So, enter a number. So, enter a number. So, let's say 5. So, we outputted the value 5. So, din natin dito. Dagdagan natin dito. The number is... Okay. So, yan. So, the number is, we output the number. Okay. So, let's try. Okay. So, enter a number. Let's say 8. So, the number is 8, as you can see in here. Okay. And that's it for basic of programming.